Ew, what up though? Welcome back to Chasing Your Face on the Sweet Talkers Network. I'm your host Chase Cassidy, and nah, I ain't got no pants on, no pants. I ain't got no pants on, no pants.
That will get all mother day.
Hey y'all, what's up? Nice to see y'all again, man. Welcome back to the Sweet Talkers Network. If this is your first time here, do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. It's nice to meet you as well. Yeah, I should have started with that, right? Rude. Just rude as rude. Nice to meet you. And now I'm going to ask you to do something. Do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. That's right. Anybody, whether it's your first time or not, like, share, subscribe. Share this with a friend, foe, and hoe. Yes. All that. Also, if you would like to tip your queen, I'm your queen. Hey, you can do so by hitting the YouTube thanks right down there. Or you can also tip your boy on Cash App as well. Also, we have a brand new way. YouTube is giving us a brand new way that you can support this channel. Do me a favor. At the bottom of that bar, slide over just a little bit. You're going to see this button that says hype. I need everybody to hit that hype button on this video 3 times. Do that for me. Please and thank you. It gets us up. It gives people who don't know who we are a chance to see us. So everybody who's watching this video, hype this video up 3 times right down there in that bar. If you do that for me, I will give you big hugs. From afar, of course, because, you know. All right, brethren, sister, and all other, and today is all about feeling good. And you know what feels good? Nostalgia feels good. So let me make you feel good today. Can I make you feel good? Yeah, a little bit of, oh, you got, I'm Scruffles McGee as well right now. You know, it's a No Shave November thing. I'm doing it for other reasons as well, but yeah, man, you see, you know, you got the little shadow. Come on, neck beard. Come on. Anyway, today's about feeling good, and I want to make you feel good today with the use of nostalgia. We all, like, as millennials, I think it's because we had the best childhood. We kind of grew up in the best generation. I'm gonna do a whole episode on that one day. But yeah, so we use nostalgia as a way to feel good. Tell me the last time you watched something from back in the day just to make you feel good or feel safe. You know what I mean? Like, we all do that. So I wanna kind of like sit with y'all, and because I do this all the time. Like I am definitely guilty of reaching back into my like nostalgia bag to feel good, to feel safe, because you know outside it's crazy, sister. It's crazy. Sister, it's crazy outside. So the way that we can kind of feel a little bit of a hug of something, you know, a lot of times I will look at older stuff and like, you know, we have our things that we all kind of remember, right? Like the recesses and like some of the commercials, some of the advertisements, just like the way of like feeling in life, the way that we were advertised to, like we remember certain things, right? But I want to kind of like dive a little bit deeper into those, like, you know, I want to have some like memories unlocked moments with y'all. So I'm going to reach back a little bit further, a little bit deeper. And we're going to have a little bit of fun today, yeah? Let's take a trip down memory lane with nostalgia. You, me, and my neck beard. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to start with one of the things that actually inspired me to do this. I had one of my friends over a couple days ago. And y'all know Mills.
Ultimately, I just feel like as a people, we are so critical and so hard on each other.
We are.
There's no forgiveness. There's no, like, you know what I'm saying? There's no, like, room to be anything than what we feel as a community you should be.
You don't come to podcast for forgiveness.
Well, you wanted to say fuck her like everybody else?
Yes.
Fuck her.
No, I get what you're saying. I totally get it. No, and I agree. Like, I really do.
Call her a bald-headed bitch like Kristen. Goddamn. She knows she bald.
Y'all know him. He was over and we were just like kicking it and talking and hanging out. and catching up. And somehow or another, we ended up talking about Cheetos Paws. Do y'all remember Cheetos Paws? Not the curls, not the crunchy, but the, oh my gosh.
In today's lesson, I'm addressing the 2 laws of new Cheetos brand Paws.
This thing was so delicious, y'all. Them things were so good. I'm not even joking with you. Like, I'm not joking, because as I was thinking about this, I remembered that I had a dream last night. You know, you forget you had a dream, do you remember? I remember part of my dream. I remember distinctly I was in like a closet or like a pantry or something, and it had like, you know, the plastic, clear plastic jars or containers that would have like candy in them, like back in the day, like in like the corner store and stuff. Those were like on like a shelf. But instead of it like being like candy, one of them had the crunchy Cheetos. The one in the middle had the cheese curls. And I remember at the top, it was the Cheetos Paws. And I remember even in the dream right now, like I remember stopping and looking a little bit extra longer at that. Oh my gosh, y'all. You had to fucking be there. Were you there for Cheetos Paws? Were you there for Cheetos Paws? And were you like me and Jamil, who were in here basically saying like, not for nothing, but they tasted the best. The Paws tasted the absolute best. I have distinct memories of walking through Brooklyn as a kid and like just tearing, oh my gosh, Cheetos Paws. Do you remember Cheetos Paws? Okay, and before we move on from like snacks, I'm about to like, some of y'all, I'm about to rip your wig off because like my wig was ripped off when I rediscovered this memory. Do y'all remember Amazing Fruit gummy bears?
Made with the goodness of real fruit juice, they're called Amazing Fruit. Amazing.
If you don't, I'm gonna play the commercial and it's probably gonna unlock just watch. Do y'all remember that? Okay, please somebody get in the comments and tell me if y'all remember Amazing Fruit gummy bears. And if you remember how, like, I used to covet those things, those fruit snacks. Oh my gosh, they were iconic, y'all. Like the commercials alone just made them seem so much more fun and so much more delicious than any other fruit snack or gummy bear. And there were a lot of good fruit snacks back in the day. I already feel like I'm gonna do another like list like this. And cause I just thought of one in my head. I'm not gonna say it right here, but I think y'all might get in the comments and tell me what other like gummy snack was as iconic or even more iconic in the kids world than Amazing Fruit gummy bears. Get in the comments and let me know. All right, so this might be a regional thing. I don't know. I'm not sure. I grew up in Brooklyn, right? Born and raised there in New York. And all of us in Brooklyn at least, or at least in New York, we were all obsessed with this show that came on PBS called Ghost Rider. Does anybody, y'all, does anybody remember Ghost Rider?
We don't know where he came from.
He just showed up one night.
I remember this was one of my, as a kid, one of the first shows that we would talk about like at school. Like we got excited about this show. Did y'all, outside of New York, outside of like the or at least like the Northeast, do y'all know Ghost Rider? Because I remember when we moved down south and I would like mention it, like the kids did not know what I was talking about. And then on top of that, like I would pull up PBS in the South and it just wasn't there. So I don't know. But Ghost Rider was one of my favorite shows. I remember, man, we would be in class talking about this. I remember. And then we'd be like, no, everybody wanted to be Jamal. Like, oh my God. Yo, matter of fact, a little like reality TV show like connection. Willie, who is from the Real World Philadelphia, who was Karamo was also on that cast. It was the first time they had two gay people on the cast at the same time. Willie played on Ghost Rider when he was a kid, and I remember when he got cast in the Real World, I was like, oh my gosh, that's from Ghost Rider. Yo. Y'all remember Ghost Rider? Okay, so if Ghost Rider was too much of a deep cut for some of y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and just I'm not gonna cut as deep this time, because we all know this one. Carmen Sandiego.
Where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
Come on. One time for Lynn Thigpen. One time for Lynn Mamita. We all like, and let's just do this off the rip. It wasn't just one Carmen Sandiego. Do y'all remember? It was two. It was two. That's three. That is three, children. Huh? That is three. Okay. There were 2, 4. There were 2 Carmen Sandiegos. There was one that was live action, that was like more like a game show type of thing that came on PBS, and like it was more of a after school kind of thing, like every day. Whereas the cartoon version, well, the live action version was called Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? And the cartoon version, if y'all remember, was Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego? Do y'all remember?
Where on earth is Carmen Sandiego? Where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego.
Do y'all remember? And that one was more like Saturday morning type vibes. I remember, at least in New York, like it would play like, that's how they used to play those shows. But both of them like had like a huge like, that was another show that we would kind of, not as much as Ghost Rider, but we would kind of talk about Carmen Sandiego, or at least be like, we all knew we was watching it. You know, like we all, like it was one of our favorite shows. It was one of the shows that you kind of like, you rushed home to watch it. It was kind of like after Power Rangers and all of that happened. It was like, roll with me here. It's like kind of that space. You get home from school about 3:30, 3:15, whatever, somewhere in there, right? You got your Power Rangers, you got your Fox Kids, like right after, you know, you getting up in that groove, right? And then there's this space between like 5 and 8. Like 5 and 8, where like the programming gets a little muddy, and like I would land on PBS, and that's where like the Ghost Riders would exist, and that's where Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego would exist. And like, so it just kind of has this feeling of, you know, the hard stuff of the day is over. We're not fully into like prime time, but like we're just in this place. Like I can smell dinner cooking, and like, you know, like I'm just back in my apartment right now in 464 Columbia Street, apartment 3A. Like I'm back up in there as a grown 40-year-old person right now. I'm back in Brooklyn thinking about this. Shouts out to Carmen Sandiego, man. You know what? We gonna stay in like the Fox Kids zone for a second, because Fox Kids was, you know, I didn't have cable for like most of my childhood.
Mother, she looks homeless.
It was a small portion when I did. So the only like Nickelodeons and like Cartoon Networks, I would get those experiences like when I went to my aunt's house, or when I went downstairs to my best friend's house. He had everything. So like, but like for me, it was Fox Kids. It was, you know, the ABC, like, you know, Saturday morning lineup, stuff like that. And do y'all remember when Power Rangers came out, and it was like this huge phenomenon, right? And amongst all of that, there were a bunch of other like Power Ranger knockoffs that were trying to get their piece of the action. I'm gonna give y'all a super deep cut right now. Some of y'all might be like, oh my God, memory unlocked. Do y'all remember Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad?
Superhuman Samurai.
God, do y'all remember this show? Bruh. Now, like this one is like seared in my head. I remember this is the first time that I saw Matthew Lawrence. And man, this was like back like when the internet was in its infancy, and just like the whole like cyberspace, cyber world thing was so cool to everybody. It still is, of course. But like just our understanding of it was so different back then. And just like to create a show around that with such like terrible graphics and just like the act, like just everything was so 90s and like cheeseball about it. And it was a, pump up the power. Let's kick some gigabutt. Yes. Oh my gosh. It was I forgot Matthew Lawrence's character when he wasn't in hero form, but he was Servo when he was a hero. You had him, you had and I remember another character's name was Amp. He was like dumb. Every character on every show in the 90s had like the like ridiculously like dumb, how are they going to get through life kind of character, and like he was that. But yeah, man, do y'all remember Superhuman Samurai? I can hear the theme song in my head right now. I fucking love it. There is a movie that I remember getting when I was a kid in New York, and it became one of my favorite movies, almost kind of not defined by childhood, but you know how we all, as a kid, we had those movies that we would watch over and over and over and over. Like that was this movie for me. Do y'all remember Dunstan Checks In?
There is no monkey in this hotel.
You might not, because it wasn't a big hit. Like it really wasn't a big hit. So most of y'all probably like never saw it, but it was one for me. Do y'all remember Columbia House? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when like so one time my mom's was like, yo, get you some like movies that you want from Columbia House. And I remember, and I don't even know why I picked it, but I picked Dunstan Checks In, and I remember also picking Batman and Robin. The best Batman. But no, Dunstan Checks In was part of that package that I had got. And oh my gosh, I played that movie out. And I recently discovered it on Amazon, and I bought it because it's not streaming anywhere, and it's really annoying. So I actually bought it, and bruh, it's still fucking funny. I don't even care what none of y'all say. I don't care. I think this is definitely one of those cases where like the nostalgia of it all and the way it just makes me feel, like the memories that I have help it to be more funny. But there are also just like genuinely like funny things, and as an adult watch, oh my gosh, some of this stuff. I'm gonna just say Mrs. Della Croce is a hoe.
Oh, that's just how I like it.
Mrs. Della Croce, oh my god. Mrs. Della Croce, oh my god. Y'all watch that movie. If y'all watch that movie, I want y'all to, every scene Mrs. Della Croce is she is just taking her vagina and going like this, sister. Like y'all gotta watch. But no, that movie is, bruh, there is this there is this scene that when I was a kid, it used to bring me to tears every time I watched it. And I watched it recently again as an adult, and again it just snapped. Like, I mean, full on crying. There's this scene where like the little kid is like, they're at they work at a hotel, and he lives at the hotel. So the little kid is like up on the top of the roof. They have a dog walk, and he's like walking a little dog or whatever, and the dog can like smell the monkey that's like he can. He can smell the monkey. The dog can smell the monkey that is just like over the ledge of the building, and the dog takes off and like jumps off the ledge. The sound that the dog makes as it is like falling past the monkey. Sends me in. Dunstan Checks In will forever be one of my favorite, like childhood favorite movies. As a matter of fact, I might go watch it today. Okay, and you know what? Memory unlocked for me. I'm sitting there thinking about myself as a child in New York and like the stuff that like I would enjoy. But then you know how like those intrusive thoughts, they gotta jump in, you know? And I had an intrusive thought jump in and say, let's think about stuff that has scared you when you was a little kid. Okay, do y'all remember? And I had to this movie that Tom Cruise was in. I believe it was Tom Cruise. Gosh, what's the man's name? Tim Curry. Tim Curry and Tom Cruise was in this movie called Legend.
It is enough that we are alone together, just the two of us. Some simple conversation.
I don't remember when it came out. I don't remember how old I was. But I remember the image of Tim Curry and that red devil prosthetic get up, whatever kind of drags they had Mama up in, used to scare the out of me, sister. Do y'all remember that? Did it like terrify y'all like it did me? Do y'all remember? Like we all talk about like Tales from the Crypt, like, oh, like, you know, or like Twilight Zone or whatever from back in the day. But it was that movie and the image of that like nightmare fodder, my G. Nightmare fodder. So there I was scrolling through my library, my music library, and enjoying it, just letting it play. I have a really vast library. I just genres all over the place and just different sorts of music and artists. And a song came on in my library. And one of my, like, if we talking memories unlocked, if we talking nostalgia, one of my favorites is Butterfly by Crazy Town. I don't fight with your grandma. Fight with your grandma. I know it's a bad song. All of us millennials know that Butterfly by Crazy Town is a bad song. No one's saying it's a fantastic record. What we're saying is that we love the song because of what it like. It's like it's one of those time machine songs that take you back. As soon as you hear that riff, that beat drop in, you know what's about to, and it just like automatically. And the song is a vibe. It's one of those songs that you just had to be there for. And if you wasn't there for it, you'd be like, like Gen Z, anybody from Gen Z, I would not recommend to listen to Butterfly, you know, by Crazy Town. Because like, what is that going to do? It's not a good song, but it's good to us. And I will, listen, I'll die. Anybody else? Do anybody else like Butterfly? Anybody else like Butterfly by Crazy Town? Get in the comments. Don't lie. Don't lie. We were all there. I don't do revisionist history. We were all there. It was a freaking hit, bro. Stop. Right, so this is kind of you know, like some of them shows that you remember that you watched, when it's like, why did I watch this? But also a moment of, yeah, man, I knew I was gay when I was watching this. Do y'all remember this show? Gosh, I cannot believe I'm about to say this. Y'all better not leave me hanging. Any of y'all who remembers this show better get in the comments and y'all better ride with me. We are in it together, okay? A Pamela Anderson show by the name of VIP. Does anybody remember this show? Does anybody remember this camp? Camp, like shing shing shing-a-ling, extra gay, extra glossy. It was very that. It was in syndication. And so it didn't necessarily have like a channel it came on or like a particular time, but like it was like a Saturday, like a Saturday night kind of thing. I know, like, come on, like, let's see, we don't have cable, so it came on like CBS or like or ABC, like shit like that. Like Do y'all remember VIP Child? Pamela Anderson was out there. This was post Baywatch. She was out there like fighting crime and solving mysteries in pleasers, straight up, bruh. Oh my God, I gotta go. I want to go down a YouTube rabbit hole, and I know what's going to happen when I'm like getting footage for this. I know what's going to happen. I know. Oh my gosh, who remembers VIP? Who remembers VIP? Was I the only person that was watching that? Can't be. Can't be. I don't care where you grew up. Every hood had an Avon lady. Every hood had an Avon lady, and the in the 90s. Let's just say the aroma of the 90s is Skin So Soft by Avon. I bet y'all can smell it right now. It just like unlocked you was like, oh my God, it just took you back to your childhood smelling that Skin So Soft, whether it was, you know, when you needed some lotion in church and the lady next to you, she pulled out that bottle, that white bottle. Well, the bottle was clear, it had the white, and it had that, you know what it looked like, and you put you had that like, very like, it has a particular scent to it. I can't even describe it. And it doesn't make your skin so soft. It's mostly water. So it contributes to the ash, but you should call it sweat this off. Skin so soft. That's crazy. No, but you listen, it had the they had the lotion. They had I think they had like bug spray or some, not bug spray, but like the off like repellent. Now I'm thinking about this Avon book right now, and it's even going beyond Skin So Soft. Y'all remember Black Suede? Black Suede and Mesmerize. Yeah! Don't lie. Y'all remember Black Suede and Mesmerize? You know what I'm about to do? Woo! Chile. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe we were slathering ourselves in that trash. Can you? And don't act like it wasn't you. You was ordering Black Suede and Mesmerize. Whew, child. Let's not even talk about the other fragrances. Jupe. Y'all remember Jupe? Oh yes. See how nostalgia makes you just feel good. This was the whole purpose of today's episode. So I hope y'all had a good time with me going down memory lane. Just trying to like remembering some of the stuff that you know that raised us. Like this is, again, man, these are hard times, man. We all going through it out here, and sometimes we got to reach back into that nostalgia bag to feel good. So I hope I was able to do that for y'all today. Hey, yo, if you've made it this far with me in the video, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. This all like contributes to making sure the Sweet Talkers gets out there more. And speaking of which, make sure you hype this video. Get down there and hit that hype 3 times for your boy. Please, 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 please. Also, make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you want to tip your queen, I'm your queen, you can do so on Venmo and or Cash App, or you can hit the super thanks right down there with that hype button that you need to be hitting to. Huh? I appreciate y'all, man. This was a good ass time. This was so fun. I love y'all, man. And I love doing this. Thank y'all so much. Make somebody smile today. And remember, be nice, asshole.